Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Finally, I am coming on to do the whole video that I've been talking about, and I decided to do it live because it's just easier. I don't have to go back and spend a bunch of time trying to upload the video. It will just be here magically when I get done doing it live. All right, let me see if I can bring this up in case anybody gets on here and wants to chat or say hello. It's not my normal time for doing a video, so people aren't expecting me to be here, but I know some of you will find me anyway. And if that happens, you can click that little, I think it's the little bell, and then you will know when I do videos because things are a changing for me. I'm not going to be doing Stampin' Up! Videos anymore. I mean, I'll still be making stuff using Stampin' Up! As well as a lot of other products, but, yeah, so I'm still gonna be doing videos here, so stay tuned. But today I have a fun haul. I've been gathering things, and I'm gonna show you this one thing first because it's big and I want to get it out of the way. So if I can, I don't know if I can zoom out. I can zoom in, but okay. So I ordered the Tonic Studios Tim Holtz 12.5-inch trimmer. Now this is the precision trimmer, not the one that has a, what do you call it? I have one of those other ones with the wheel, like the cutting wheel. Um, I'm taking it out of the box. All right, so the reason I ordered another trimmer is because, and it came with an extra cutting blade. Um, when Stampin' Up! Had one of their last little sales, I was really needing new trimming blades for my Stampin' Up! Trimmer, and they were gone immediately, so I couldn't even order any. And so I got a little annoyed with that, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna order me another trimmer. So I'm still gonna order replacement blades for my Stampin' Up! Trimmer, and I'll bring it up here and we'll do a little comparison. Even though I can't get this whole entire trimmer in the view here. Um, so this is the Stampin' Up! One. Um, it's just slightly shorter than the Tonic Studio ones. On both of them, the blades, you can see the difference in size here of the little handle uh, between the Stampin' Up! And the Tonic Studio ones. See how this is popped up here? It has little spring-loaded buttons that keep it up. So when you want to cut, you just put pressure down and cut your paper. But then it's up so that you can slide in and out without having to constantly lift this arm here. So that's kind of cool. Um, Stampin' Up! You can slide your paper in there, but it's not popped up. You can slide your paper out, I'm gonna say that. But yeah, it doesn't stand up. The arm pulls out like this, which is long. The arm on this one, actually, there's two arms, and they are shorter, but it extends out to go 12 inches. And there's another one on the bottom. Let me see if I can. So it goes like that. So that is the difference there. The Stampin' Up! One extends out to 17, about 17.5 inches, okay? The one thing that I don't like about my new trimmer is that there's nowhere, I mean, it's fine if you're not cutting 12 by 12 paper. Which most of the time I'm not cutting 12 by 12 paper, but there's nowhere to slide the scoring blade out of the way if you are, oopsie, I just popped it right off. Out of the way if you are cutting 12 by 12 paper. You have to take the scoring blade off to get it out of the way. Whereas on the Stampin' Up! One, there is room at the top and the bottom to get the extra blade out of the way. So I'm going to keep my Stampin' Up! One. And now I just have these two trimmers, plus I have rotary. That was the word I was looking for earlier. I have my rotary trimmer also. I don't find that I like it all that well. However, it does have a light on it, so it lights up the area where you're cutting, which is really helpful sometimes. You just have to really make sure when you're using a rotary trimmer that you are pressing that rotary part in as you cut, or else your paper tends to feather. So I bought this tonic one on Amazon, and it did come with an extra cutting blade in the box. And I felt I got a good price on it. I don't remember how much that was, but okay, let me get this out of the way. All right. So I just have a pile over here, so I'm just going to start with what's on the top. I put in an order to Red Lead, and isn't she so cute? Oh my goodness. So I think I was scrolling on Instagram, and because they do quite a bit of posting on Instagram, and a post popped up with her, and I just thought she was absolutely adorable. And her little coat, ugh, she's so cute. So these are red rubber cling mount. You can buy, I don't know if you can buy all their stamps in a wood mount. I'm not sure, but I know some of them you can buy them either with the cling mount or the wood mount. So she's a good size. Let me get my ruler so I can measure for you. She is from the tip of her hat to the tip of her toes. She's 5 inches tall and just about 2¼ inches wide. So I thought she was just darling. She's got the sweetest little face, and I love her outfit. And then I got this one. I was just looking to see if I had anything that had the names. Let me see if they're listed on this sheet. This is the back of the order form, so they don't waste any resources here. They give you images even on the back of your order form that you can use. So this is Lucy, Whimsical Lucy Bunny, and she is Margot Art Girl. And look at Lucy's shoes. She just reminds me of a little, um, maybe what country do you suppose she's from with her little headscarf and the flowers on top? She's just so darn cute. I love bunny stamps. She is a large size, just like the little girl stamp. Now, this stuff here, I actually cut off of the packaging that they sent. It was in a big envelope, a padded envelope, so I had to pull it apart so you can almost see the where the little air bubble plastic stuff was on the inside. But I thought, you know what? I'm not wasting any of that. I can cut those apart and stick them in a journal or whatever. So I cut those words apart, and this perfume bottle. And I saved this cute, like, looks like a woodpecker to me almost, except the beak's not long enough. So I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. And today, destiny, courage, balance begin. And then this cute jar, which says an autumn forest inside. So you could actually stamp something, maybe leaves or something in there. And then look at this cute squirrel. So these are all stamp images that they carry that you can find in their online store. Again, it's Red Lead Paperworks .com. Okay, so then this was my free little gift, and we'll get into that in a minute. But here is Whimsical Susie Squirrel, and she's adorable. She's dressed up too. She'd be really cute, kind of for spring or Easter, I think, with her little hat. But I just love that they put shoes and stuff on their critters. They're so cute. And she's a little bit shorter. She is just about 4 inches tall and just barely over 2 inches on her hat. So, yeah, very cute. And then here, look at this guy. This is Whimsical Frankie Bird. You guys know I love my crows. And I don't know if he's a crow. His beak doesn't really look like a crow, so he can be whatever bird, but he's looking very dapper in his top hat and his long-tailed jacket here. And look at his pants. Too cute. And there is his size. He's just about the same size as the little girl and the bunny. And as you can see, hopefully you can see that their rubber stamps are really quality and deep etched red rubber. And they've tied all these things together with some lovely ribbon that I can reuse. And they always send you a free gift with your order. So let's take a little look at what I got. I love this kind of stuff. So we have different things to cut apart here. This is called Vintage Elements 372. So I'm assuming you can probably purchase this on their website. This folds over and both of these makes little pockets that you could then put these tags in. So you could totally make your little pockets, put the tags in, cut these out and stick on there. Would be so cute. And then you have the bonus of these other images. And then they usually stick in these sheets that just give you ideas of how to use some of their stamps. And there is that cute little girl. That's how they have colored her up there. They have sheets of images that you can cut out, like these bears. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Um, and they have all kinds of that stuff that you can print out and cut out. Or no, you don't print it out. You buy from them. They're not ones that you get to print out. But here's some more of them. Look at the bear in the coat, and oh my goodness, they're so cute. So, even though these are like idea sheets, you can still cut these out and use them. So there's a cute card and some more tags. Here you can see some more of those adorable images from their collage sheets. I believe that's what they call them. And look at the birds. They have, just like the bears in the outfits, they've got birds in outfits. You have to go check it out if you like that kind of stuff. And I love that they've made a pocket and they've got these birds tucked in there. It's adorable. And here we go. This is, yes, they do call them collage sheets. So here you can get an idea. There's all the cute birds in their winter outfits. And then they've got forest animals. These are called wintertime animal paper dolls, but they do call them collage sheets. And there's the bears and the kids. So cute. Okay, so here we go. They are showing how to stamp on vellum. They used Stays On ink for that. I don't mind using Stays On ink with my red rubber stamps. I really don't like using it with my clear stamps. But, you know, because I've got the cleaner to clean it off of the red stamps, I don't know that that cleaner's very good for your clear stamps. These are adorable. There's the little squirrel stamp that I got, and there's the bird there. So these are artist trading cards. And then here are some more ideas here. And then this is just kind of a little advertisement. And then they always send this kind of a thing. So there's a pocket here that you can leave like this, or you could color it up. And then inside is a tag. This looks like an ornament to me, and it's chipboard. And that is like an artist trading card. All of these. So you could totally use them as is or cut them apart. Believe in yourself. Dear art girl, if you love your order, please tell a friend. Make what you love what you make. XO, Chris and Sharon. That's the people that own the company. And I'm telling all of you, so sharing is caring, right? So there is that. So that was my red lead order. And I think while I have this little bag open, I will slip in these things that I cut out off the packaging. I know I'm not the only one that does that kind of stuff, right? All right. So there was that. And then I have two orders here that I have placed with Anna White, which is Sweet Miss Daisy on Etsy. And she puts her orders, if they fit in this, I'm sure if you order more and it comes packaged differently. But my two orders each came in these cute bags, which you can totally reuse. And she always sticks in one of her cute cards and they change. They're not the same all the time, which reminds me, I'll show you in a minute how I store my little business cards that I get from stamp companies. Hey, Nancy. Okay, so this one, thank you for your order. And so, yeah, this is how it is. And there's what it looks like on Etsy, Sweet Miss Daisy Designs. So in this order, I wasn't going to order these because I have one of these, but it's a bigger stamp in the wood block. And I just really loved the smaller size and that they're facing each other, and I just couldn't pass it up. These are the gingerbread cookies. And how cute are they? Baked with love. Thank you. You're so sweet. For you, sugar plum wishes and gingerbread kisses. So yeah, the gingerbread cookies. And then I got the rustic winter papers, and I love these. They're so vintage, you know. I just love her papers. And these are all the designs that are in here. They are double-sided papers. I really, really love this, like wood planks with the snowflakes. But yeah, so those are all the different designs that are in here. And here it is in blue with writing behind it. Love, love, love those. So that was that order. I better put it back in the bag or I will end up having a craft-a-lanch over here and everything will go flying. Look at the cute little gingerbread sticker. And this one has a sweet snowflake. So this one is from her last release from this month. And this included a sweet little gift in here. I love the glassine envelope, first of all. I love glassine things. And here is the card for this time, which has the funny little chickens and goose. I think that's a goose, right? Or duck. Anyway, and there it is in purple, along with Christmas tea, and it smells wonderful. And a adorable little gingerbread charm with a Santa hat and a lollipop. Thank you, Anna. Okay, so let me get this back in here. And then I ordered this gorgeous paper called Bright Candles. And these are all the designs that are in there. I'm not afraid of color. I love color, even in my clothes. And I'm no petite girl, if you know me, but I still am not afraid to wear color. Okay. And here is Woot-de-Doodle-Doo. That is the name of this stamp set. It's so cute. So yes, we've got 2 ducks and some chickens here, and they are going to a birthday party. Quack. Happy duckin' birthday. This is one of the the reason why I bought this stamp set because I thought that was hysterical, along with Woot-de-Doodle-Doo. Birthday wishes. Have the best day ever. Happy cluckin' birthday. And from the whole flock. It is so funny and adorable. Love it. So that goes along with this fun birthday paper. So there was that order. I love these bags to use as bags, but you can also cut out the individual ads. I was watching a video earlier today um, on Facebook that this gal shared of a journal that she made, and the whole theme of it was piano. It was absolutely gorgeous, the video or the journal. But the yeah, theme was piano and music, and it was so beautiful. Okay, so there was that, and then I've got an order from my creative time. So I got this set here, which is called Gift Card Sentiments. And so you get all the little dies. This comes together as a set. You get all the little dies to cut out all of these sentiments, but you can use these for far more than just gift cards because it's got all these greetings here. Cheers to you, happy holidays, thinking of you, blah, blah, blah. Merry Christmas, all that. But there's Manny and Petty time, which would be good if you got somebody a gift card for that. Um, and there's one here with an amount if you wanted to put that on there. My treat, pull here. So depending on the little gift card holder that you create, and then to and from on here. So lots of fun things in that set. And then this is another small set. This one is called Winter Greetings. So it's the stamps and dies also. So we have Christmas hugs coming your way to the coolest friend ever. May your days be merry and bright. You warm my heart. Hi, and there's lots of little hearts in the font on this. All of them have little hearts. Hello, sending holiday cheer, Christmas wishes, just a note, winter greetings, and joy to the world. So that is a very sweet little set. And then I got the snowflake dies. And so there's um, the inside part cut separately from the outside part, which makes it really fun because you could do that outside piece in foil and do the inside piece in glitter, and wouldn't that be stunning? So each one of them are made that way. And then, plus, besides that, you can layer these on top of each other to create a very dimensional ornament or, whatever you choose. So very, very pretty snowflake dies. And then I got the gift card pocket, which goes along perfectly with the gift card sentiments. And I think that's the reason she put the little pull here, because you can make this so that, something attaches or whatever and shows the recipient how to get the card out. But I love this for more than just a gift card pocket die. I've got some really cute stamps that I've had for many years that have pocket sentiments on them. And I have a pocket stamp, but it's a much bigger pocket than this. But I love that it has the trim around the outside that you can put on there if you want to. If you wanted to make it more for a guy, just leave the trim off. The inside piece has stitching on it. And then here's another little pocket that you can put on top of the pocket. Um, or as this got used in another way, you can turn it this way and make it into a shaker. And I think it was Jill Norwood, that came up with that. Was it you, Jill? That made this into a shaker. And I thought that was so, so clever. And then it's got cute little button or snap designs here that you can add on. So yeah, this one's called the gift card pocket die. And then I got this paper pack, which is called Festive Holidays 2025, which is absolutely gorgeous. And this is an 8-inch, 8.5-inch, 6 by 8.5-inch papers. And these are the more, slick finished, a little bit shiny cardstock. I love it. I love all the snowflake images. Look at how gorgeous this pink is here, with the snowflakes just kind of faded into the design. And then, of course, the candy cane paper. And this is very icy looking here with little snowflakes. It's very, very pretty. So there is that from my creative time. And then from a stamp store called Whimsies that is up in Beaverton, Oregon. I went in there, we were headed up to Washington, and I stopped there to just shop because there's not very many well, it's more of a scrapbooking store, and I'm not a scrapbooker, but they always have stuff in there I like. Anyway, I went in there and I had asked while I was in there if they had a small scoreboard, and I wanted one that had the smaller measurements. This has 1/8 measurements on it, and she didn't have one in stock, so she went ahead and ordered this for me and then sent it to me, which was really nice. But it's got the little scoring tool up here that just pops in and out, and it comes with a storage bag to put it in. The zipper, yeah, I had to really fuss with it to get it unzipped that much because I don't know what they did. Oh, well, yes, I do. When this part of the zipper got put together, probably from whoever manufactured the zipper, they clamped it too tight down. So that's okay. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be traveling with this a whole lot, but at least I can slip it inside of here. I might not be able to zip it, but I can slip it inside of there just to protect it. It's a really great size, I think, to take with you if you're going to go crafting somewhere else. So this is called Score Buddy 8s by Score Pal. So I got that from there. And then I've got some things from scrapbook.com. So, you always get free gifts. Well, as long as you remember to put them in your cart when you shop with them. And I was watching their video this morning, and they have some really cute free things when shopping with them today. So you might want to go check that out. And all you have to do is add it to your order. So this was one of the free things, and it's just this really cute little snowflake stamp called Icy, which you can order these if you just wanted to purchase them. And then I got the Spectrum Noir metallic paint marker set in blush. So it's this lovely pink color. I haven't played with these at all. So back here it shows writing on, if you like to do painted rocks, you can do it on there. But it says they work on almost any surface and they are fully opaque. So there's these 3 different size tips in here. This one's one of like a flat edge. This is the more rounded in 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter, and 0.7. So a really fine tip there. Very pretty. So that was free. Call me romantic, but I like long walks down the craft aisle. Oh, right. Told you I was going to show you how I keep my little cards. So I need to make another one or more of these because look at my little book. It's starting to get faded. I made this so long ago and it is so jammed full of, and you might have guessed I made it using a crow theme. I love my crows. So yeah, this is a little book that I believe Tim Holt showed how to make many, many, many years ago using one piece of paper. And it's just the way that you score and cut and fold to create this little book. So some of the pages have the pockets, which is how I go storing my cards in here. So many of these shops are no longer. Was another one of Anna, Sweet Miss Daisy's cards. So here are all of the little ones I've been collecting of hers. But yeah, so many of these places are just gone. But, I've been doing this for many, many years, so I have had the chance to collect all of these as I've ordered from places or shopped or went to stamp conventions. Let me pull this out. What is this? Oh, so some cool stickers. This was, oh yeah, 2001 Heirloom Productions. They used to put, I don't know if they still do, put on stamp conventions, but this was called a Stamp Odyssey, 2001 A Stamp Odyssey. Um, and they had these stickers that they were giving out. I loved going to the stamp conventions back in the day. I wish they still did them the way that they did back then. We used to do see if I can set that back where I had it without it tumbling down. We used to do pins that you would collect. And so one year I stamped this stamp that I have that's this fat cat, kind of a tuxedo cat, black and white. And he's just sitting there with this look on his face. And I took little tiny pieces of yellow feather and glued the feather coming out of his mouth. Well, so you stamp them and then you would laminate them and put a pin on the back. And everybody went around collecting pins from each other. And that pin was a hit that year at that convention. People were looking for the fat cat who had eaten the bird. So this is an inspiration sheet that they tucked into my order from scrapbook.com. And then I ordered this. Look how thick this paper pad is. There's 5 sheets of each of these patterns in here, and it's their brand, scrapbook.com, called Gingerbread. And so I will just go through some of it here. This would be cute even for Valentine's Day here. Even though some of them have little Santa hats, I think it could still work. Oh, I'm not showing the back side. I love that. Christmas tree cookies goes right along with the stamp or the die set that I bought. Very cute. Polka dots are always good. That would be cute for birthdays too. And there's a stripe of polka dots on the back side. More Christmas cookies. And on the back, Happy Holidays. And a very dark green on the back of that. And then, so that whole order was mostly just because I wanted to order this nested die set. So you can make really big Christmas trees with this. Did I show this before? I'm feeling like I showed this. I don't know. Anyway, so you can make all these different sizes of trees and layer them up however you want. And I was reminded by myself that I have a Stampin' Die set that is somewhat similar that Stampin' Up! Came out with. However, it's not going to make the sizes like on this die set. There's 16 pieces on here. So that was that order. And then on another order, I got these. I am really loving some of the Elizabeth Craft designs, especially their journaling things and the stuff that makes journals and does other things. This totally can make a journal this size. This makes a corner pocket here, and I just love the rough edge there. And then look at this tag. It's very like, um, oh, my words escape me. Uh, yeah, when you rough up the edges, distressed. And here's another little banner. You could totally make a banner or make a little tag, whatever you want. It's also got the distressed edges on it. This says art. You've got whole savers here. This says play, so art play. This is called Playful Grunge. There's a scroll and a heart and little safety pins and a star. Really, really love that. And here are some samples on the back. Oh, I'm glad there are samples on the back because I was wondering what this die was for. I mean, you could make confetti with it, and then this is showing how they used it. So it cuts out all those little diamond shapes. Very cute. And then I got this paper pack, which is called Backgrounds Volume 3 by Elizabeth Craft Designs. And this is, I really enjoy these designs are by David. He spells his name Devid. He does his own videos, but then he does videos for Elizabeth Craft Designs, and he designs a lot of these journaling products. But look at the pictures. Picture perfect, it says on here. I just love this kind of stuff. But yeah, so these are all the different papers that are in here. This is the one that I just showed you right here. And then there's another sheet that has more pictures and sentiments or sayings. And then there's lots of like old bills and, graph paper, ledger paper. So you get 14 designs and they are, there's 12 double-sided sheets. So there was that. And then the last that I have is Stampin' Up. But I have one thing to show you before I get to that. If you watched my Happy Mail video from Sweet Miss Jill yesterday, in what she sent me was this adorable stamp to Janna with Love Jillian. This was one of the crow stamps that she sent me, and it's from Invoke Arts from 2005 called Sweet Treat. And I kept thinking there was something about her that looked familiar. So when I didn't have her already. But when I was looking through my crow stamps, it's not like I have a gigantic collection of crow stamps, but I have a few. And she just looked familiar. So I looked through my crow stamps and I found Mr. Tweet. Look at this, you guys, from Invoke Arts, but 2010. So I don't know if there's other Tweet stamps that Invoke Arts did, but Studios Blackbird, this is where I got mine from, and I'm sure I bought it at a stamp convention. Uh, but he goes perfect. I need to come up with something really funny because look at him. He's got a bag over his arm and his hat and suit, and he's holding this cat out. Like you could put them on here and be like, look, dear, I brought you a present or something. I don't know. I've got to come up with something funny to put on this and put them together because their clothes are hysterical. And yeah, so she's Sweet Tweet and he's Mr. Tweet. I need to research it and see if there's any more of the Tweet family out there. But I just love that they go together, that they're the same size and everything. I just think that's wonderful that it worked out like that, that she sent me that stamp and it goes with him. So funny. Oh, okay. So let me pull out this order I got from Stampin' Up. It's still sitting here in the box. Uh, So as I've mentioned, I'm not, what I'm doing is just dropping down to a hobby demonstrator with them. I'm not going to be promoting their products anymore. I will stay being a hobby demonstrator as long as I can maintain my quarterly minimum. And if a time comes I don't maintain that, buying stuff myself, then it just will fade away and I'll have to buy from my friend Joe if that time comes that I'm not doing, but I'm not going to be actively selling it. So, I couldn't remember if I showed you this set. This is upcoming, called Valentine Kisses, and it's just the cutest little bear set. Um, and it seems like I showed it, but I can't remember. And then these are the dies, which makes a kissing booth, and then it cuts out pretty much all the things over here. So I got that. So I'm stocking up on stuff, you know, since I'm not going to be actively really doing it. I stocked up on some more blends. I really, really do love the blends. which is Stampin' Up's alcohol markers. So when you order the blends, you get a pair. So you get the light version and the dark version. So I got crumb cake, granny apple green. This is the black, so you get the dark black and the light black. This is old olive and mossy meadow. I need to order a new mossy meadow pad too because my mossy meadow pad is not looking very good. This color is smoky slate. I find that I use this gray a lot. And this is gray granite. Yeah. I use both of the grays. This one has more brown to it. And this is a cool gray color here. And then this is another one that I use a lot, which is Pool Party. I always like to use the light Pool Party like as the shadow for white things, clouds, or even around animals if you want them to stand out a bit. And then Cherry Cobbler. Okay, so that was that. I ordered another upcoming set that will be coming out in January, I believe. This is called Woolly Friends. It's so cute because this is how the stamps come now in these packages. Some of them still will come in the cases until all of the ones that are in the cases go away. Um, so they're clear cling stamps, and so this is how they come inside this big case. I wanted to pull it out to see. Yeah, if you had the small wobble things, I think it would be really cute to make this and put the head on a wobbler. Because there's two different bodies and then the head is separate. So you could totally put her head on a wobbler. You can put a little bow around its neck or on its head. There's a bell, and these are all two-step stamps, so you don't have to even color them with markers or anything if you don't want to. You can ink the solid ones up with your ink pad and stamp into the rest. And then there's some really cute sentiments here. And then it punches out this body and the head. It punches out the bell and the bow, I think. Yeah, the bell and the bow. So that you can get in a bundle when the time comes. I thought this was a pretty embossing folder called Beautiful Pattern. And it's not a 3D, it's just a regular embossing folder. And then I got a couple of ribbons that I believe these are both new. So there is, or upcoming in the new catalog, Bubble Bath. And this is just a very narrow, pretty little ribbon. And then there's Balmy Blue Gingham. Oh, I ordered some new pads for my little mini die cut machine. And I ordered a bunch of dimensionals. Can't ever have too many of those. And what is this? So I ordered, oh, silver foil sheets. They're turned inside out. So those are silver foil sheets. And then I got Pastels Shimmer Specialty Paper. So I will, ooh, this is really pretty. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. You know what? Let me get rid of some of this stuff here out of the way. Because I know there's more than one color in here. And so this will be coming out the beginning of January, which is not very far away, is it? It's amazing how time is flying by. Oh, these are so pretty. Okay, so we've got, oh, I'm trying to keep the sticky from sticking to it. So can you see the shimmer? I don't know if it's showing up, but it's gorgeous. Okay, so you get, ooh, it's double-sided. That's different. You get 2 sheets of that, and then yellow. And I will tell you these colors in a minute. They should be on the back. And then this pretty um, teal or mint. Let's look and see what the colors are. So we've got Bubble Bath, Lemon Lolly, and Pool Party. So Bubble Bath. That's not Lemon Lolly. Lemon Lolly and Pool Party. Very pretty. Those would be great, like baby card colors too. Pretty pastels, perfect for Easter. Yeah. Okay, and then this is the cover for the upcoming mini catalog. Can't show anything else besides that. Stampin' Up! Is now doing a lot of, since they brought Close to My Heart uh, kind of over into their line when Close to My Heart went out of business. They're doing a lot more scrapbooking stuff. I was with Close to My Heart, which started out as Dots, for 20 years. And back in the day, I was going back and forth between, did I want to join up with Dots or did I want to join up with Stampin' Up? They are both based out of Utah. And for a long time there, I thought that the two gals were sisters, and they're not sisters. But um, anyway, the only reason I decided to go with Dots over Stampin' Up at the time was with Stampin' Up, you had to put the stamps all together yourself. And I didn't like that idea. And Dot's stamps came fully, you know, put together. They were wood mounted, and so was Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up had a few that were foam mounted way back when. But anyway, Jeanette, the gal that owned Dots slash Close to My Heart, her love from the beginning was doing scrapbooking, but scrapbooking hadn't yet become popular back then. Um, this was early 90s. Uh, but once it did take off and become popular, and she changed the company name to Close to My Heart, and then it totally went the direction of scrapbooking. I mean, yes, there was still stamps and some card making stuff, but the style of the stamps and that stuff, was more um leaning towards being able to use the stamps and stuff in your scrapbooking. And since I wasn't a scrapbooker, I kind of quit finding stuff that I wanted to have myself from what they were offering. And that's when I quit. I'm kind of finding the same thing now with Stampin' Up, since they are really heading into the scrapbooking. Even in this little catalog here, I find, a lot of the very beginning of this catalog is all geared towards scrapbooking. And I'm just not a scrapbooker. Now, journaling and stuff, I love making the art journals and the junk journals, and I love that stuff, but scrapbooking with photos and stuff like that has never been cup of tea. So I think they're beautiful and I admire what people do with them, but it's just never been my thing. And so I'm kind of finding the same thing with Stampin' Up! That I'm not finding a whole lot that I want to buy. And noticed that some of their stuff is like, okay, well, I've got a stamp set, that came out a few years ago that's pretty much that same thing or whatever. So that's why I kind of figured it was just time for me to sort of bow out. I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to become a hobby demonstrator so I can purchase what I want for myself at a discount until I can no longer make the minimum to do that. So that's what I'm doing. Anywho, thanks so much for looking at all this fun stuff. These purchases have happened over a little period of time, and I'm glad that I was finally able to do the video so I can start playing with this stuff or put it away, whatever the case may be. And get on with it. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do for my Thursday video yet this week, but it'll be something. So come back and see. And I hope you have fun. Grammy Karen, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you found me. Um, so yeah, I will be doing something for sure. Anyway, maybe during the busyness of this season, you will have a minute to pop on and see what I am going to be doing. I go live on Thursdays at 2 o'clock. I try to every week anyway. And then I try really hard to come back on the weekend and do another video for Saturday morning makes. And sometimes it gets a little busy during this time of year, and I might not do it on Saturday. I might do it on another day. But yeah, so anyway, happy crafting, you guys. Thanks so much for watching my videos. I truly appreciate it. And I will just see you in my next one. Take care. Happy crafting. Bye bye.